I don't say this often, but this is absolutely a 10 out of 10 perfect diecast, and you're about to see why. Here is Kevin Harvick's 2020 Busch Light Patriotic Epic Ford Mustang. Howdy, folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Wow! Do we have one epic Kevin Harvick diecast for you today, and this could be the greatest patriotic car to come out of the Stewart-Haas Racing camp, and one of the greatest of, well, the new decade, easily. This thing is straight out of the early 2000s when we've seen patriotic cars left and right. I mean, who can forget those Napa Auto Parts paint schemes Michael Waltrip used to run back in the day? Shades of Kenny Schrader, 2002. This thing is just absolutely stunning. I mean, the detail in this paint scheme is second to none. I mean, you got the freaking bird there. You got the American, stripes, red and white, and then the whole car's painted blue. You got fireworks all throughout this car. I mean, this literally is one of the coolest patriotic cars in NASCAR history. And to think this car went to victory lane at the Brickyard 400, which in my opinion is the final Brickyard 400, at least until they ever come back to the oval, if they ever do. But without further ado, let's get a brand new look at this epic Kevin Harvick diecast. Let's go! Alrighty, folks, brand new off of the base and out of that good old box, and sweet baby Jesus. This is hands down the best patriotic car of the season, and easily one of the greatest Kevin Harvick paint schemes of all time. Look, if you got this diecast, consider yourself lucky, because this thing is a absolute beautiful diecast. I mean, from the red and white ribbons across the side, the whole blue. I mean, it's not like a dark blue, but it's a perfect shade of dark blue. That makes any sense. You got a freaking bird over here just flying. I mean, how much more patriotic did you get? And then behind the Ford, you have fireworks, and you have a stars and stripes pattern across the whole freaking car, man. I mean, this literally is the most American a paint scheme can get. And I tell you what, they made a freaking diecast for it, and this thing's absolutely gorgeous, man. Wow. So over here to the nose of the car, you got Busch Light. So this is not just a generic Busch diecast. This is a Busch Light patriotic car. So gotta have to go with that. But you got the Busch Light logo right there, brewed in USA, which this is something really cool about the Busch car. So Anheuser-Busch, they make sure that their Kevin Harvick paint schemes are the talk of the garage area. And I tell you what, as someone who understands the importance of a brand image in a marketing sense for NASCAR stock cars, Busch hits the nail right on the head. And this is something they did. You remember back when they did the Kevin Harvick beer diecast, and on the nose of the car, or the hood, when it had the Busch logo, it said brewed in California, which is where Kevin Harvick was from. Well, usually it says St. Louis, Missouri, or whatever, but it says USA. That's freaking detail and awesome. So, the whole nose of this diecast, and get a good look at it, because this is going to be a car you're going to be talking about 5, 6, 7, 8 years from now. You got the absolute stars and stripes pattern across it, but it kind of reminds me of just a beautiful starry night with the fireworks shooting out. And look at this as well. It's almost like the Busch logo is a firework itself, and this is the pattern of the rocket trail, and it's shooting up, and it's a firework that goes boom. I mean, this thing, if you could get a diecast this Christmas, guys, please do yourself a favor and get this diecast. So underneath this headlight here, you got the Stewart-Haas Racing logo, 3M Lincoln Welner Sunoco. Got the 4 right there, the red number 4. And you go over to the left side of this car, and we're going to get a very close look at this paint scheme, guys, because truth be told, this diecast truly deserves a very in-depth look, because this thing is absolutely beautiful, guys. So, take a look at the 4. Now, I think of the actual race car, the 4 is a little bit further back. But thank you, Jesus, they didn't do it on the diecast. They put the 4 right there in the middle. It doesn't give me OCD. My God, the camera does not do this diecast justice, how absolutely unbelievably beautiful this diecast is. So you got the Kevin Harvick logo right there. Notice the very slim blue outlining to it. You got the American flag right there. You got Ford, Mobil 1, Haas, Alsco, Hunt Brothers Pizza, Mobil 1 right there. And I tell you what, this diecast is absolutely beautiful. And I wouldn't be surprised if Little Wrangler 3 does a full Brickyard win of this thing, because this car did win, in my opinion, the final Brickyard 400, as we know. This would be an excellent diecast to turn into a race-winning custom. Of course, you got Busch lights. I believe that's coming back in 2021, the Busch thing, which personally is marketing genius, you know? You got Exalta right there. I think that's Rush Truck Centers or something. You got Haas right there. Good old Jimmy John's. And you got Hunt Brothers Pizza. You got American Ethanol right there. Got the number 4. I love this. The white in the middle, the thin red, and in a very, very medium shade blue. And, you know, generally when they have all these contingencies, you know, they could have let this all blue. But no, they put the fireworks there to kind of fill in that gap right there. Very, very smart design. I love the black and white Ford logos. I just really like that. That's pretty clean. Got the NASCAR Cup Series logo right there. Got the NASCAR race car logo. Notice how the stars go around the contingencies. They're not cut off. Very, very sharp design. I love the yellow Goodyear right there. It goes very well with the rest of the paint scheme. Go into the caboose of this diecast. And this is freaking awesome, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this truly is one of the best diecasts of the year, and you're looking at it right now. And I tell you, get it while you can. I don't know how many they're making of this car. This thing could be easily available for the next 10 years. You never know. I would get it now. This is a very, very cool paint scheme. Look, it's going to look great in your diecast series. It's going to look great in your stop motion. And heck, I mean, it's going to look great in your collection, guys. It doesn't matter if it's the 124 or the 164. This thing is one of the greatest paint schemes of the Gen 6 era. I don't care who you are. You got Home of the Brave right there. Very awesome. You got Mobile One right there. Ford license plate number 4. I noticed how the spoiler on this, believe it or not, guys, is matte finish. Now, this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is a matte finish, and the surface detail of it, absolutely just like the Kurt Busch gear wrench Chevrolet Camaro. You go over to the right side of this diecast, and I mean, can't we just all take a moment to appreciate how absolutely beautiful this diecast is? I mean, the number is perfectly centered in the middle, which to me is a big pet peeve, right? Beautiful contrast of colors. I believe a paint scheme looks truly best when they accommodate 3 different colors. And in this case, it's blue, white, and of course, red. Beautiful, beautiful job here. And I love the light blue touch of the Busch light. It just gives it a little bit more depth. I'm telling you guys, these cats over at Anheuser-Busch, I don't even drink, okay? I'm old enough to, I don't even drink. I never had a drink. But I tell you what, I'm just obsessed with their freaking diecast. Over here to the roof of the diecast, you got a reverse of the door numbers. You know, the red in the middle, the white outline, and the blue trim around that. I'm telling you, man, this thing's really cool. And you know what's really interesting about this car that a lot of people probably don't notice, and I truthfully just realized? The car's number 4. They're racing on 4th of July weekend. They race the Patriotic car, Busch, Americana. They win that July 4th weekend event at Indianapolis. I'm just saying, it has all the makings of a perfect connection. Really cool how the number 4 car wins the 4th of July weekend event in the Patriotic machine. I think that's a very clever connection. You got Mobile One right there. You go over here to the deck lid of this diecast. You got Busch light, and the way it looks, I don't know. I just love the light part there. It's kind of has that forward slant to it. Very, very sharp. I gotta say, guys, this is easily one of the greatest Kevin Harvick paint schemes ever, and one of the best paint schemes of the Gen 6 era. Think about it. The Busch Apple L car for Kevin Harvick. The Gen X car for Kevin Harvick. Now the Busch Light Patriotic car. I'm telling you guys, these are some of the greatest paint schemes I've ever seen in my life, and we've only seen these the last 2 seasons. I'm telling you, get it while you can. I don't know how many they're making of these. They could make a crap load. Who knows, guys? I mean, the Gen X car is still widely available right now, but I wouldn't take any chances. This is a beautiful diecast. I absolutely recommend it. It is a great Christmas ad. You can still get this diecast. If you can find it for a fair price, absolutely, I would put it under the tree, because this is a unbelievable Patriotic diecast that, I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be caught dead without it. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to know what y'all think about this 2020 Busch Light Kevin Harvick diecast. I tell you what, I can't I cannot describe how much nice things I have to say about this paint scheme. I don't say this a lot, but this is a 10 out of 10 paint scheme, guys. Yes, a 10 out of a 10. One of the best paint schemes we've ever reviewed, if not the greatest of 2020. This is a 10 out of 10 car. You don't get to see many of these. This is a perfect paint scheme. Absolutely slam dunk die cast. It doesn't matter if you're it doesn't matter if you're a Harvick fan or not. This is just one bad to the bone die cast. Have a great one. Like, comment, and subscribe. God bless. Wow, what a freaking die cast. Diecast Buffet signing off.